Morning folks, Kevin here. Well, it's August 17th, 2025, out in the first food forest again. Well, today I've got to harvest some more peaches. This one, even though these are small peach, now everything's bone dry here this year. We could get some rain today. I'm really thinking we probably won't. It looks like it's going to go south of us. But these peaches here are smaller peach. But they're delicious. This is one of the ones that we grew from seed. And of course, when you're growing from seed, you're not going to get the true, get the exact fruit. You get a whole variety of different fruit that isn't nearly as good as the peach pits that you're starting from. And it goes with apples or whatever. You're getting different crosses. But this is absolutely delicious. It's stone free, so the flesh isn't sticking to the pit, and it's real good. So this one, even though these are a small peach, these ones are ready to pick now because they're going to start falling, and they are really good. This one here, it's just too laden with fruit here. It probably needs another 3 days of ripening, 2 to 3 days of ripening, but I don't want that major limb up there to snap off. So I'm going to pick some fruit from that one today. Man, actually look at the leaves on this tree. This is an apple here. It's just so bone dry. We've lost so many leaves on so many of the trees. This is bad. And of course the deer, and I've got to pick some fruit from this one. This one is same condition as the other one. It's still not ripe yet, but the fruit is so thick on here, and I didn't thin it, so I'm going to go ahead and harvest some of those today. And they'll continue to ripen. And each day Theo go out and look through the peaches and see how they are. I'll have to harvest some of these ones too. You can see that limb there, right over. The other limb they pulled down last night. This one I've still got to straighten up. And you'd see, they gobble here all the time. That one's almost ready as well. So, you know, if you're going to grow peach trees, don't grow too many. Or get out there and thin them, prune them appropriately, so you're not left with these situations. And do I feel terrible? No. I hate the damage that happens to the tree. It means I got to really prune them and get them in shape again. But for this drought, this season, the amount of fruit, I mean, now look at this apple tree here. Yes, it's lost a lot of leaves. You can see a lot of the leaves are just dried right up here in the ground. But I'll tell you, some of these trees are just doing so well despite losing so many leaves. This is one of my favorite apples here too. All right, so I've got lots of favorites. You know, oh, they pulled off one of the. This is one of the pawpaws. That's interesting. I haven't seen them pull those off before. Well, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and harvest some of this fruit. I'm going to do a little bit of pruning on that tree that we already harvested all the fruit off of. It's so delicious. Tastes just like this one, but they're big fruit. Maybe I should try to shoot more that are a little bit smaller, and then the weight won't break the limbs. But anyways, I'll do some pruning of that one and the mulberry, and we'll try some softwood cuttings and see if we can get those to root, because these really delicious ones, you really want to get more of them. Okay, today's going to be a hot day, a lot to do. I really want to get more weeding done, but we'll see how things work out. Here we go. Well, I got some pruning done. This apple tree had those limbs that were hanging down here pretty far. I got those limbs taken off, so we still have a chance with this. We really need some rain. This peach tree here had some that was hanging off quite a bit here, so I pruned some of that off. I didn't prune it all off yet. Some of them got ripped off, unfortunately. but I'll prune that one further later on. This would, excuse me, this this peach tree had a limb that was down, so I've been piling up my limbs over there. I'll get those out of here soon, and I'll leave all the fruit on the ground there. There's a whole bunch in those. I'll let the deer over in the new property get those ones. But I did a lot of thinning of this one, and I could see I still got more. I got to get up there and take care of those limbs up there. Oh, sorry. Those limbs up there as well. They're going right into the hemlock tree. This tree that we grew from seed, these peaches taste delicious. I grabbed some of those and we'll bring those over to get processed. This tree here, I thinned out quite a bit. There's still more thinning. There's a couple of dead, damaged limbs up there that have to be taken care of as well. I'll do those in the next couple of days probably. I just took some cuttings from this one. So I'll do some softwood cuttings and see what I can potentially propagate. You know, when you really find delicious trees, you want to save them. So this is the fruit from that small peach tree that's close to ripe, if not completely ripe, some of them. These are the peaches that I ended up thinning, and that's some of the apples that I ended up thinning as well. So far things, except for my camera acting up like crazy, I got as much done as I want to get done out here right now. I need to take care of these cuttings right away. I'll get the peaches and the apples over into the work area so Thea can go through them, and I'm going to go ahead and deal with these softwood cuttings and see if we can propagate some trees. And this GoPro gimbal here, well, it isn't a GoPro gimbal, but the gimbal is giving me troubles and the camera keeps turning off and turning on its own. Needs to be reset. All right, we'll see what else we can get into. Okay, so one of the things I did do today was when I was pruning and thinning the fruit trees and harvesting some of the peaches and apples out there today, I decided today would be a good day to take some of the softwood cuttings. Now we do hardwood cuttings. We do lots of different ways of propagating fruit trees and all, and bushes, berry bushes. And so softwood cuttings, they're a little bit more challenging, and I've shown videos of it in the past, but I thought I'd just show you here. Since we don't really have the space because of the workshop collapse and all the stuff over in the work area, we decided to take 2 Sterilite containers and bring them over here and attempt the softwood cuttings in this environment. So I'll turn the camera around, see if we can show you. So these are the Sterilite containers. So in this one here, these are all peach tree. So we want to make sure, so peach trees fruit on last year's growth. And when we're doing softwood cuttings, we're only taking this year's growth. So it's green. So I got some that are last year's growth in here as well. But you want to pick these and you want to harvest these in late spring or early summer. Well, this is mid to later summer, but you want the green wood to be pretty firm. You want to peel off all the fruit, and there's no fruit on the peaches because we want to get the most recent year's growth, this year's growth. And you want to cut them about 4 to 6 inches in length. You want to put them in moist but not wet, soilless mixture. So there's no microorganisms in this. This is just perlite and peat moss mixed together. And if you're going to do peat moss, make sure you get it totally soaked first. So we prepped the peat moss and perlite mix yesterday, got it really soaking well. And you want to put them into a dome, or you want to set up a misting system, and we can't set up a misting system in here. So these are the 2 trays of the peach trees. So when you find fruit producing cultivars that you really like a lot, this is one of the ways of trying to propagate and get more of them. Now, I pull off all the leaves, and I cut at an angle just below one of the leaf nodes, and I use a little bit of a Clonex, a rooting hormone, and put them in a sterilite container. The plants are the soil in these pots is just above the base of the soil layer in here. And this is the mulberry trees that we did. And so now mulberries fruit on this year's growth as opposed to the peaches. And so same thing, you want to get green, firm, stems, cut them. As you can see, let me see if I can, let me just take this tab off here. So this is a leaf node right here. And you want to remove any fruit and any leaves. If there's little tiny bits of leaves like this one here, that's not a big deal. But you want them pretty firm. Cut them just above a leaf node. So these are all cut just above the leaf node. And they're cut on an angle just below the leaf node. Now you can excoriate the bark layer as well to help encourage root down there. And you can damage, it's okay to damage the leaf node where you cut just below it on an angle as well. And they want to be a couple inches in the soilless mixture. Again, you don't want it soaking wet. When they start getting leaves, you want to keep them in a humidity dome and mist them every once in a while. You don't want the soil to dry out, but you don't want it wet. You just want it moist. So you can see I put a little bit of water in the base of this. Now these have little legs on these pots in here, and I drilled holes in these pots so that water can wick up from the base. So that's what they look like, and we'll see if this is successful. Again, we can't use the work area. It's not functional with all our tools and supplies out there from the building collapse. Okay, so I think I'm going to go start moving some wood chips now and see how that goes today. Hey folks, Kevin here. I'm in the green machine. It's cooler today. It's in the low 80s. I think it's about 82.7 when I just looked before I came out after lunch. One of the things I want to do now is go and transport some wood chips that were delivered just the other day. Bud dropped some wood chips off, so I want to get those transported to around Pond 5 where I did some trimming with the hedge trimmer previously. But first, since I have the tree grabber on here right now, and I can just grab a hold of air conditioning. Let's put some air conditioning on because it is muggy. There is a breeze outside right now. So earlier I did some pruning, and so I'm just going to grab some of these prunings here.
When the night feels heavy and the stars won't shine, when the weight of sorrow's pressing on your mind, you're walking through a storm, no shelter inside, feeling all alone in the cold dark night. Hold on through the pain, don't let go. There's a spark in your soul that still wants to grow. When the world feels broken and you're falling apart. You're stronger than you know. You've got a beating heart.
Tears keep falling like rain on the ground. Every step's a struggle, no peace to be found. But there's a whisper calling deep inside your core, says you've made it through tough times before.
Hold on through the pain, don't let go. There's a spark in your soul that still wants to grow. When the world feels broken and you're falling apart, you're stronger than you know. You've got a beating heart. You don't have to hide. It's okay to cry. Let the hurt come out. Let it lift to the sky. There's someone out there reaching for your hand. You're never as alone as you think you'll stand. Day by day, the light will start to creep through the cracks in the walls where your dreams used to sleep. Take a breath, keep moving, though the road's unclear. Every scar you carry proves you're still here. Hold on through the pain, don't let go. There's a spark in your soul that still wants to grow. When the world feels broken and you're falling apart, you're stronger than you know. You've got a beating heart. So hold on through the endless rain. You're more than your struggle. You're more than your pain. With every small step, you'll find your way through. The dawn's gonna break, and it's waiting for you.
Well, the cameras have not cooperated today. They keep faulting on me. They need to be factory resets and set all the settings again, I think, unfortunately. But the winds have kicked up, no rain. It has cooled down some, so that's even nicer. We got some good sized limbs down. I'll have to get those in the next couple of days. Hopefully not too much more with the high winds that we're starting to get now. Right up against the building here, so it's not too bad. But yeah, the winds are kicking up and all this dry dust is just getting airborne, and it gets right in your eyes, even if you're wearing safety glasses. So I was able to get the wood chips down around pond 5. Tomorrow or the next day, hopefully I'll take Elon, the excavator, and smooth out the margins with the wood chips, and I'll probably add more later on. But I guess that's about it for today's video, folks. I appreciate you watching and your comments and all. I hope you stay safe and take care. Bye-bye now.